manager, and he was like, yeah, well, this is like the end of the day of work. And he was like, well, hey, can you hop on it? Wow, this connection's horrible. For some reason, I have like horrible latency. I don't know. I mean, I could try. It's just weird because I checked my internet not too long ago to make sure it was good. But this manager ended up reaching out to me. He's like, "Oh yeah, we have this product for vulnerability assessment, blah blah." And I was like, "Oh okay, that's cool." So he was like, "Well, I can't touch you until you're an advisor." Like, what the? Oh boy, can you hear me now? Yes. So, like this last week, like I'm like, hey, my transfer is going through. I should be going through soon. He's like, well, schedule a call. For this week, so I did it for Friday because with work. Alright, well, I stopped streaming to see if that will help. And so far it's helping. Clinging. Like enemy personal radar overhead. You're needed at B. Alright, so can you hear me now? Okay, now I turn off everything because for some reason everything's just horrible. But set a call for Friday, so that was today. And I had a call with him, and he had his webcam on, so okay, I'll turn mine on. And he had like, I think it was a Vet TV shirt on and just like a ball cap. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll turn mine on, so what's up? He's like, hey, how's it going? And like, remember, I haven't like met him before. Like, the little, like, couple little instant messaging that we had was like all the conversation that we had. So he was just like really, peppy and stuff. I mean, he was like an old dude, but he was like, oh, what's going on? Oh yeah, this is so cool. And, off the bat, he was like, oh, what's your background? It was the Mandalorian, where it has his ship and the city kind of in the back. So he was like, oh, I love Star Wars. And I, kind of raised my chest out because I was wearing a Star Wars shirt. He's like, oh yeah, that's cool. I'm a fan, so that's cool. And I was like, oh, that's neat. And essentially what he did is he was like, oh, this is why I said I couldn't touch you until you're an advisory. And long story short, remember how I told you how, like, whenever you're on a project, like it falls under different areas, and there's
Test 1 2. Excuse me.
Can you hear me?
Yes. You there, buddy?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I restarted my laptops, or not my laptop, my computer, so hopefully this works.
Thank God you have an SSD.
Yes. That was the one thing I learned a while ago. SSDs are fast.
Restart your computer. Don't have enough time to go take a leak. It's like a first world problem.
My hard drive doesn't read that fast. I have to get an SSD. Boom. All right. So, anywho, what I was trying to say was.
Just a heads up, you're on my stream. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything too crazy. But he was basically saying, like with Dan, whenever he came to advisory and he worked any hours that he did or any hours, all the billable stuff, like money wise, would go to whatever Dan was in versus what the project was in. So if it's an advisory project and Dan's in consulting or I'm in consulting and I work or bill or whatever, the hours and money go to that area. So whenever these senior managers, how they're always like, oh, we need more funding, we need more money, we need this, we need that.
Yeah.
Well, if you're basically giving away hours to different areas, it's hard to barter. So you literally have to be like, oh, well, I need it, and you can't do anything to like kind of give them away. So I was like, okay, I mean, it's not a big deal. It was just, I was on a project just waiting and this took forever. That's all I was really kind of getting at. So we were talking, and essentially, there's a lot of back and forth, and I told him how like I feel like pretty worthless on my project because I just do Excel stuff.
Yeah.
I have all these certificates and I have this background on a clearance and all this stuff, and you're having me do Excel work for some college kids that can't do their own work.
Right.
That's kind of stupid. And he was like, yeah, trust me, I put people in their place all the time when they do shit like that. Which he used more colorful language, but I'm not trying to get your channel strike. So, essentially what he was said.
You broke up a little bit?
Was because whenever you... What was that?
Yeah, you broke up just a little bit. Sorry. Essentially what he said was... And I'm not really too worried about the colorful portion. I'm worried about identifying stuff.
Honestly, like he was like, oh yeah, those college kids, because like they'll be like, oh, you guys don't know this, you don't know that I'm the shit, and he is like, dude, I've been ripping out assholes and shoving them down through people's throats for most of your life, so don't give me that shit. And I was like, yeah, I pretty much want to tell my coworkers that all the time.
Yeah.
Of course he was cussing and stuff, which I was like, that's cool. But he's like, yeah, this is bullshit, or fuck this, fuck that. And I was like, exactly.
Yes, also.
Almost got triple.
So,
basically what he was saying was when it comes to your coach, having your coach, right? Basically, anything you do has to like be assisted with the help of your coach. So what that means is like something as simple as you want to work in like a different area of Deloitte,
Mhm.
right? It's like you have to tell your coach and be like, oh, well, I want to work with, you know, this, right? And then he should be able to talk to managers in the area with his connection, or you know, coaches, resource managers, whatever.
Mhm.
So like that's the first step. So he was like, if your coach isn't doing that, you know, you need to get a new coach. I'm like, well, my coach sucks. Like he doesn't know anything what's going on. He doesn't reply, nothing. He was like, oh, okay, well, that's easy. So he was like, it doesn't matter if it's transferring, you know, a different project or a different type of like work. You know, your coach is like the backbone of that. Another thing
Yeah.
that they're kind of supposed to do is say if you have any, I won't say a work grievance like with your project, but just say if like you don't feel like you're being treated fairly and you just do like bitch work, or like they're just being like really demeaning to you, like you should be able to go and just be like, hey, well, you know, why is this going on now? Sure,
Right.
you know, they can't do anything like for the project, but they could just kind of be like, you know, a third party, like,
I don't
okay,
know how
let's
I
use that
died
story.
and you
Okay,
didn't there.
what
I
was
was right
that?
behind you. I said I don't know how I
Oh.
died and you didn't.
Oh, magic.
It's because I'm here. Your matches are gonna get better.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, no, it's cool. So I was like, okay, that's cool, because like I didn't know coaches do that. That's more or less like they're just in charge of making, well, talking about your review at the end of the year. I didn't know if it was like if you want to do something, like your coach has to be behind it. So he was like, essentially, for your coach, you want it to be a manager. Now, sure, technically, your coach should be like a level 2 above you, but it's like it should be like a manager at least, because they're gonna have the experience of how to, like, you know, tell people off, or have a network of who you could go to for various projects, things like that. So you know, he was like, oh yeah, the coach you were talking about and you want is good, don't get me wrong, but just like you need a manager.
Right.
So like try and find one. He's like, if you want, I could be your coach, I don't mind. And I was like, oh, okay. And
Party.
you know, of course, he said like one part of it is, you know, you should have a pretty good relationship with them. So I mean, like, you know, I'm not saying you have to like know your coach like your whole family and stuff, but like, you know, you should be able to like talk to them about, you know, what you're feeling and stuff like that, and not be afraid. Kind of like a battle buddy, if you will,
Yeah.
and just discuss whatever. Which I was like, okay, well, I mean, you know, I don't even know my coach. I met him once, and he doesn't even reply to my emails. So he's like, yeah, I get a new one. So he's like, request me ASAP. So hopefully by next week, I could, you know, have him as a coach.
That's dope, man.
The other part with that is he was like, when you find a coach, you have to find one in the area that you want to work in. So when I say that, say, you know, I didn't transfer to advisor and I was in SAP, I would want to find a manager in advisory in like core, for example, if I want to go core, because they know how core works, they know the ins and outs, they know the people, and they could facilitate moving you into that direction, right?
Right. Give you
Because
a
like
good
they
shove
know
in the
how
right direction.
everything works. Do what?
Give you a shove in the right direction, essentially.
Yes, as well as, you know, like I said, if they have their own connections, you know, they just say, hey, I know this guy, you know, he's new, he's been on these projects, I can vouch from, whatever the case may be. You know, give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So I that's super cool. So you are getting into advisory. Does that mean you have a project in advisory already?
yeah, my current one is.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah,
you were
that's how I
still
was
making
able to
money
transfer.
for. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Got it.
Yeah. So with that, what he was kind of saying is basically what I did was a really good step. And whenever we talk about projects, you know, he didn't know my whole background, so I kind of talked with Daniel about how everything kind of worked. And what he said is it's wise to stay on the project for now, because he was like, basically, you are this project buys you time. So what that means is like, you know, to do a transfer, or you get someone to put you in like the crosshairs, if you will, for you know, projects or anything that comes up. You know, it can't be like overnight. It can't be like, oh wow, there's this guy, let's take him. You know, it's gonna like take trust, like, you know,
It's a
just being
slow
on a
burn.
project or traveling, doing something cool, things like that. So he was like, what you have to do is in that time make connections. So, you know, with your coach, so like through him essentially, slowly do things, initiatives, you know, talk with projects, do classes. Maybe there's like little social things you could do, but just getting you know, me seen, or, you know, whoever's seen is like the main thing you have to do. Now, if you do a transfer, the various, you know, leaderships, they're not going to support it for like a 1 or 2 month project, right? They're gonna be like, well, who cares? Like in 2 months, you know, I'm not gonna deal with this guy. I mean, who cares, right? But if you're on a long-term project, that's when those things come into play, because you could basically, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. You know, if you're on a long-term project, that's when they're going to try and push for promotions or transfers and stuff like me. The only reason why they want me to transfer is because it's a long-term project and they're losing out on money, but
Right.
there's no other qualified people. So what he was saying on top of that, he's like, if you just transfer to advisory, going from like USDC advisory to core advisory shouldn't be a hard step, especially if it's a core project, because again, as long as you have the managers behind it, that move shouldn't be hard. Like me getting into advisory right now was the hardest step. Going into core should be easy.
Right.
So, you know, that's one thing. But he was like, it just depends on what you want to do and,
Right.
you know, like what's going on. Because he said if it's a core project, then it's going to be easier to go core. Because if everyone's core, your managers are core, everyone's core, then, you know,
It's all the same
it's not
language.
going to be a bad idea to check that box. Now, if it was a delivery center project, then that might be a little bit harder. Now, what's funny is I told him that I tried going to core, like my first transfer thing. I was like, yeah, and I got hired from this, you know, the NS2 program, and he was aware of it, you know, even though he's not SAP. But he was like, well, I told him that, you know, even though I had a degree at the time and they knew I had a bachelor's degree, they wouldn't hire us in core, even though we made the requirements. And he's like, that pisses me off, because he was like, you know, they have hired the other classes in core. You should have had that opportunity,
Right.
as well as basically they changed like rules and stuff. So whenever I did my transfer request and like, oh yeah, we changed the rules, you can't be core whatever by, he was like, that pisses me off because that's not true. So you know, he was kind of mad about that, and he was, because essentially what happens is I think I told you, but like all the managers want people to stay in the delivery center because like that's their
moneymaker.
form of like work, if you will. So, you know, they could overcharge the clients and then, you know, pay delivery center people less. There's less benefits and cool stuff they get to do.
Right.
So that's why they try and limit people transferring from delivery center to core. But at the same time, core is a lot more work. Let's say work, but there's more
Higher
risk
expectations.
involved. Well, like one of the things is so you have to get promoted within like time frames. So like you know, I don't know anything, but just say for an analyst, you'll have to get promoted within, you know, just say like 5 years, right? Which it might not seem like a lot, but I mean, look at Deloitte, it's hard to get promoted. And then, you know, of course, there's multiple levels. Now, the pros of that are is when it comes to core, there's more levels, so there's more ways to get
Hold that thought.
promoted, right? Now, compared to delivery center, there's not that many levels, so it's harder to get promoted because there's only 5 levels. Going from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 is harder, but 1 through 8 should be easier if through core, just for example. But you know, there's a lot of what ifs, but you know, basically, first step is to change my coach, which I mean, I want to do that anyways because now I'm officially in advisory. The second thing is, you know, tell them just what I want to do. You know, I don't want to work in Excel. I told them that, like, you know, I want to do something technical. Which funny thing is, from you know, remember I told you how like it's weird how SAP is under consulting, and even like advisory is like, you know, even though it's cybersecurity stuff, it's a different area. So what he was saying is if you're doing anything that's implementation, so like you creating SAP or Oracle or something like that, that's all consulting. If it's you doing like vulnerability scans or
Thermite out. Reloading.
Can I actually see?
Got hit.
Did you just call him? Call them? Oh.
do what?
Enemy at the cargo containers. Enemy
Okay.
VTOL in the AO.
Close.
Enemy at the port. Enemy pursuit go. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy in the enemy UAV overhead.
Motherfucker. I'm out. Reloading.
Allied UAV overhead.
Reloading. Check fire.
Allied counter UAV activated.
Not today.
Allied UAV overhead. Enemy precision airstrike. Get down.
I'm taking fire. Finish now.
Enemy on the dump. Enemy UAV overhead. One minute remaining.
charge. Reloading. X-ray down.
Be advised, friendly precision airstrike inbound. We're in the lead.
Enemy down.
Enemy VTOL in the AO. We've lost the lead.
Setting charge.
We're in control.
Your turn to die. Reloading. Change meds.
Allied cluster strike inbound. Lost
Set
the
a charge.
lead. Enemy's halfway there. Step it up. Friendly UAV overhead.
Setting charge.
Friendly counter UAV active.
Reloading.
Enemy in the dumpster.
One gone.
Setting Set a charge.
Target down. Reloading. We're falling behind. Regroup.
Contact. Set a charge.
Reloading.
Setting charge.
Enemy is spotted.
It's over. We're RTB. Move out.
What's up? Game's over. Oh, you're in the game? I didn't know that. Yeah, that's weird, because I read the negative. hmm We're watching you. Yay. Oh.
Rocksteady underneath the sewers in a New York City. Form a street team with the blue committee. Ain't blue, but they green and mean. Ninjas, inserters, and pizza machines. Leonardo Warrior honor, there ain't no cheap shots. Keep looking. This dude, he got no weak spots. Shortstop, play it all, leaving the catcher. 1 through third base, he a boss, Dylan Hatcher. Dylan, my
Yeah. But I'm trying to think because we were talking. So essentially, the manager was like, "Well, biggest thing is first step, make him the coach," which he said he doesn't mind doing that. We're gonna have a call and then just talk about like what my goals are, like short term, long term, things like that. And then I guess what he wants to do is, if I want to go core and it's a core project and I moved advisory, it shouldn't be hard to go, hey, what about putting him into core? So hopefully that could work. And then if not, just try and network and see if there's a different project that I could do. But biggest thing is,
Stay up. Attack it.
oh wow,
The lead is ours. Push it. We have taken control.
Enemy at the
but yeah, definitely see how everything goes.
We are in command here.
Project reason. Oh yeah, well I don't know if they literally said something like that because, like with me, it's always like that. Why is this going on? Because project. I know.
Enemy shield turret activated.
Next.
They're coming.
Enemy shield turret on the field.
Take that.
Oh, you did. Ooh.
enemy at the dumpster.
Taking fire! Blackout!
Element overhead.
Not in the good way.
Reloading.
I didn't say anything bad. um,
Setting a trap!
Enemy at the dumpster. Reload.
I don't know. That's weird because I thought you could
Enemy at the forklift.
push it harder,
Get down. We are losing
harder, Daddy,
ground.
harder. Hide your cousin. Hide your boss.
Enemy precision airstrike. Get down. Enemy UAV overhead.
I don't know. With here, nothing surprises me. Oh, woo. Oh, nice nap. I'm tired too. Yep. Good job, Mohammed. Oh no, I'm running blind. Yeah.
Attempt failed. Return to base.
I think it's sleight of hand. Wow, one game I went from level 1 to level 22 with the weapon.
Nice. Bless you.
Did you say shit?
I said bless you.
Oh, thanks. I thought you were like, oh shit, and I was like, oh shit, what?
I've dropped 1,234 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Could be worse.
Yeah. You gotta pump those numbers up. Like Florida Man.
Use those performance pills.
I looked on the website. I was like, "This is sketchy as heck. I don't want to be. I don't want to be anywhere near it." Somehow, it, like, invalidates me from like a secret clearance or something.
Collect their tags. Take them to the
I don't think it would.
It's like a
I mean, I
class.
feel like
It's a class 1 drug or whatever. Schedule 3 or whatever the hell. I don't even know what the hell. I can't even remember what they're called.
Schedule 1 classification.
Yes. Oh, I keep running there and I keep getting shot by that same dude.
Don't run there.
Yeah, I tried. Ooh.
Oh, Smokey.
Well, it's better than being flashed.
I don't want to 420 blaze it, sorry.
That's a paddling.
Save me, Tom Cruise. Help me, help me. Oh, killed me.
UAV overhead.
I wonder how I actually got killed there.
I think we all did.
Sometimes I wonder that myself.
Radar in the air.
You just die.
Yeah.
I killed the guy.
Thank you. Oh! You didn't kill that one. Jeez.
I can't be everywhere. I'm not Superman.
I'm not Superman. Oh, I don't know if I banked those. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Enemy in the cargo containers.
Report ahead.
Do you want to play some Halo after this?
I'm down.
UAV active.
I haven't checked to see if it works well, so it might be a trial and error.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna work.
Be advised. Friendly precision.
Dude, so I tried Flight Sim 2020 last night. Oh my god, that is such a very intensive game. Like, hold on, gotta focus. Okay, whew, had to make it to the point. I had it down on low, and I was still barely able to push, 20 frames a second.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Like people had the 3090 and all this maxed out stuff, and they could get like only 30 frames a second, like maxed out on like 4K.
It is just it's like I had it on 1080p on my 4K monitor, mind you. I was doing 1080p, had everything set to low. I was already dead.
Enemy VTOL in the AO.
Like when I see the people running on fire, it's like through the fire and the flames. Oh, and I got blown up.
Yeah, it's very, very intensive. I don't think I'm pretty sure it runs just fine on the 3080s, but
Oh no, I mean it would run, but like I was saying, it's just so intensive that they had like 3080s and 90s, and on like 4K and 1440p, it was struggling at like 30 frames a second because it was that intensive. Pretty sure you made it like 1080p and stuff like that, and you dropped the quality. I mean, I'm sure it will run on a PC, but like maxing it out is going to be a difficult thing to do. You gotta have a good computer behind you.
right. Well, I was struggling at like 20-something frames per second, and like after I tried out just the regular Cessna or whatever, I moved over to just pick up a random 747, 737 maybe. I don't know. What's one of the Boeing 7 series planes. It crashed like immediately. Like there was just so
Straight
much
to jail.
happening. Mike, there's a small finder under my desk. Not really.
I want to see if it were on my computer, because I bet you if I try to crank it up with my computer, my GPU would just like catch on flames.
It just reminds me of like how abrupt the fire on SpongeBob goes out. Like, if we're underwater, how does there fire? Poof. But exactly opposite. It would just catch on fire that quick. Old references, old.
It was funny, I talked to my manager, which we were having just a check-in today. Well, when I say manager, he's not like a manager, he's just like a senior person that's kind of like in charge of stuff. And he's like
A manager?
28, so he's not like a college kid, but he joined Deloitte right after college. He's been on the project for like years, which I was
Wow.
like, damn. Same
That's gotta suck.
company and project, that's like salty. But we're talking, and he games, and he knows that, so he's like, so you're doing it for the weekend, you play any games? And I was like, well, that's the thing, like, I've been playing games more to kind of clear my mind with work and stuff versus trying to cram studying all the time. And I've been mostly playing COD. He's like, well, what are you going to be doing on the weekend? Are you playing, or you got anything planned? I was like, well, the only thing I really have planned is trying to get one of those GTX cards, one of the 3080s. He's like, oh, wow, you're upgrading? I'm like, yeah, I mean, my stuff is pretty old. He's like, oh, I have a 2080 Ti. I'm like, yeah, that's the thing. So, like, when I got into PC gaming, it was like 3 years ago. and I bought a pretty decent PC at the time, which of course now it's kind of
Obsolete.
outdated. Now I was like, my CPU is a Ryzen 7 1700, which I mean it's decent. It's not horrible. I mean, yeah, I could get a better one, but I mean, for the most part, it's pretty good. It'll run a lot of games, as is very well. But like, my problem is my GPU. I have a what was it, a RX 488 gigabyte card. So I was like, that's not anything. It's not really that good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can play games decently, but it's not like I'm going to be getting high frames, frame rates or high quality, games
Right.
and stuff like that.
I'm
So, like, if I
pretty
get
sure I
this
had that
card-
same card in my old computer.
Okay,
Now that I
well,
think about it.
Oh yeah, well I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's just, I could get something better and have a lot more performance with this card. And he was like, well, man, maybe should I get it? And I'm like, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, is it better? I mean, it's like, sure, it's 30% better, but like, it's going to still run games really well. Like I don't think you have to upgrade. Me, it's a huge jump. So like, it's definitely worth it for me.
Oh, for him with a 3080 or 2080 Ti.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's if I had I would wait for the next round if I had a 3080 or sorry 2080 Ti. But the
Oh, yeah.
2060
Oh, yeah,
that I have
definitely.
right now, I just like it's abysmal. Like I can't even play Grand Theft Auto, and that's a super fun game that I like to play sometimes. And it's I don't know, it's frustrating because I really want to play it because there's a lot of like cool stuff you can do and the races and stuff, and I don't know, it's just kind of frustrating.
Yeah, but I mean, like, look at me. I have to on Call of Duty. I have an ultra wide monitor. I cannot play full screen. Well, actually, let me just try
Oh my
this game
god,
since I'm not streaming.
you're gonna
Um,
crash your computer.
Well, I mean, it's not that it crashes, but it's just the.
But
Well, I mean, let's find out. All right, so full screen. All right, so it's full screen. I'll let you know how this game is, but usually if I do it full screen, I can't stream or have the quality high up.
what are you at right
See-
now?
So right now, even though we're not playing, I'm at 40 frames a second,
Dude,
but I'm at 1080p. So let's try. Well, my resolution's 390/56 by 1656. I'm gonna drop it down to like 1080.
Right.
Yeah, I'm at 1080. Okay, so I'm at 1080 right now. Frames per second is around 70 to 80. Well, I mean, that's doable, but if I was streaming, I wouldn't be able to do that.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to maintain that, yeah.
Changing mags.
So that's why if I get a graphics card, I could stream and be full screen, have higher graphics, and enjoy the extended monitor, the field of view, versus me having it really minimized.
You're like looking through a peephole trying to play the game.
Well, it's just, with streaming, sure, I could have the chat up, so I could game and then see the chat, what's going on. But when I window it, I mean, it's like literally half the size.
Behind you.
I'm gonna play dead. I am dead.
Do not shoot me. I am already dead. It's just a waste of ammo.
Changing mags.
Yeah, like, so even though I'm between like 75 and 80, it's like my graphics are kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just kind of rough. Like I move around too fast, it kind of gets a little pixelated. But I mean, I could drop it down. Yeah, I'd drop it down more. But so I'm at 1720 by 720 now.
I don't even know what resolution that is, so I guess 720p.
And it's still 80 frames a second. That looks like a crayon, or a kid like drew this game with a crayon.
Fat crayon, small cover, small matchbook cover. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I don't know. We'll see what happens. See if I can save up for some. I'm also trying to buy a house too, so can't be doing too many discretionary purchases. So you wouldn't have to worry about me coming to work because I would be dead. My wife would murder me.
Enemy VTOL in CAO.
My gun's shooting. It sounds like someone's farting through a tube.
My kiddo let out some of the most manly fart I've ever heard in my life.
Precision airstrike.
It
Get
was
down.
terrifying. My kiddo let out one of the most manly farts I've ever heard in my life. Like, it scared me. I was like, bro, I need to go wipe.
Like, what happened to your butt?
Poor kid. He's
What did you
getting a
have for
bath.
dinner?
Oh, we had pizza.
Oh, well, I say it was Taco Bell. No wonder why, but pizza.
It's greasy. Oh, I just pissed somebody off. I might have just spawn killed somebody. Oh my gosh. Seeing all those bodies fly around, that's a bit disturbing.
I love when that happens.
I'm taking fire!
Enemy VTOL in enemy UAV overhead.
Well, the good news is I'm at least on a project at least to the end of the year, so that's good.
Well, that's good.
It's not good to be on a project. Although it hasn't stopped some people from being canned, so
Wait, what was that last part?
I said it hasn't stopped many people, like certain people being canned, being on a project.
Well, I mean, it just there's certain things like different variables. So, like the biggest thing is like if you just got hired, they're not gonna like let you go because of that. Maybe, I mean, just to be realistic, like if you're here for like a year, could they? Sure, because that's what happened to like a lot of people.
Allied counter UAV activated.
But as long as you're on a client product, so not an internal one, but like a client project that's like making money, that's a better thing of what could save you.
Right.
Remember that, like I said, there was a difference between a client like project and then like one for the firm.
Right. This guy poked a shotgun in my stomach and then blasted me just now. It was terrible.
Oh, did he say I love you first?
He bought me dinner. I was okay with it. I'm trying to get my like statistics up before I get like selected next for the Battle Buddy program thing, so it doesn't take too long of being pushed.
Wait, what about being pushed with the Battle Buddy program? What?
So with MEG, you know, the thing we're doing,
Yes, yes.
they have like pushes to keep people pushed up to affiliate.
Allied counter UAV.
I'm trying to do my best to pad my stats as much as I can to be as ready for that as possible. Like, I've already got the hours streamed minimums done. I just need viewers chatting and viewers over 30 days kind of thing.
Nice. Oh, I can check it out. I gotta see where I'm at because I've been streaming a lot.
Yeah, you should check out your statistics. And have another ticker to drive by and watch and cry when it doesn't go up.
I want an affiliate behind you.
Yep, I couldn't turn around, I was flashed. Or concussed. What the hell? How are they right behind us?
Spawns are horrible.
Spawn killers. I mean, there's not really much place to spawn.
Command is ours. We are winning.
That's last kill would be a nice headshot. I did like a little two burst. Bing bang. Headshot. Oh, it is. Look.
Nice. Beep, 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 beep. Good shot.
It was all in his face.
That'll do it to you. I'm gonna step away, get some drink.
Put some drink in my cup.
It's totally water.
H2O, baby. I don't know. Yeah, I would really benefit from the graphics card because, like I said, even like right now, just 1080p, so it's like decent graphics.
Right.
It just, you know, I think that the ultra wide adds to that because instead of a normal monitor, it's like
It's
basically
more pickles.
double.
Pixels. Yeah.
Yeah.
More pickles.
That adds more stress, but like at the same time, like I don't know if you game on an ultra wide, but like it's you can't go back.
Oh yeah. I have a 1080p ultra wide that I left down in Arizona, but right now I've got a 27-inch 4K and another 27-inch, but I don't know. I'm not pushing 4K anyways. I mean, I am technically outputting 4K from my Xbox, but it is not true 4K.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't game in 4K because I would rather have higher, you know, frames per second, so it's like smooth. But,
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, right now I'm doing 1080p, and when it's full screen, it's barely doing 60, maybe a little bit more. I mean, it fluctuates pretty bad too. Like before, I mean, it was really high and it barely went up and down, but this is like all over the place. It's either 80 or it's like 60, a little bit lower, a little bit under.
Got the hard point. Enemy contact. Hard point. Taking the hard point. Get ready, we're about to move.
Yeah, consistency is a lot better than just pure raw pixels.
Go, get to the next one.
But I don't know, I was thinking about. I'm confident I'm probably just gonna stick with the 3080 because like the 3090, literally, a lot of these games you get maximum like 10 frames a second better.
It's negligible, and for another $600, no, not gonna happen.
Oh no, I mean that's why I said I agree. That's why I was like maybe I'll just stick with the 3080 because the 3070, even though it's $499, there's a pretty big difference between that and the 3080,
Yeah.
and it's only $200 more. So I think that's the sweet spot. And you know,
yeah, for sure.
there's the other cards as well as, you know, they might have the like the super type of cards where,
Yeah.
you know, it's a little bit better. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just got a quad.
I know, I saw that on the
around
kill
me.
feed. Good job.
Call the bitch Bojangles.
Well, somebody got a quad kill on me.
Oh, he did.
What did it cost you? Everything.
I got an airstrike. You know what that means? Lots of death.
Negligible.
Oh, we made it. Oh, double kill.
See me toss a grenade behind us? Sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way.
No, we survived it.
Skirt, skirt, skirt. I was trying to take it too long, trying to get my aim set up.
Oh no, it's okay. But yeah, like what sucks is like you know, I want to do a good buy, which I know any of these are going to be like good, but it's like I know that there's going to be like a super card where they're going to do like a TI card, and it's like, should I try and get one now? So like right now I have pretty good performance because you know I do really need that upgrade for the most part, or do I wait to get like a better deal, if you will, with the card?
What if there's going to be... Sorry, go ahead.
No, it kind of sucks. Cause like, yeah, I don't necessarily need it, but if I want to game and stream at a decent quality, like I do kind of need it. And it's just like
It's literally
should I hold
just
out
pure
even longer?
processing power. If you hold it any longer, you're not going to be able to play the games you have now. You're going to run out of space on your hard drive.
Hardpoint secure.
Is that how that works?
Oh, just, you know,
Ready. We're about to
depending on how big COD is. This just in Black Ops 3 or 4 or whatever Black Ops it is 1.2 terabytes.
Oh yeah, and not only that, but if I remember right, it's going to be supporting ray tracing.
Oh, God.
hardpoint secure.
I don't even want to touch that. Because then I'll never be able to game normally again. I can't do that.
You know, like even just like Minecraft, like you know, it looks like cartoony, like it's a crappy kids game, but then like you see it ray trace and it's like really pretty realistic. It's like, oh,
That looks like a real
I never
block.
imagined- Yeah, it's like it's a bunch of crappy resolution blocks, but it makes it look that much better.
That's the most beautiful block I've ever seen in my life.
Got the hardpoint.
Reloading.
Enemy at the dump.
Damn it. Never fails. I reload. Somebody pops around the corner. Damn it, got flash too. What the heck?
Hardpoint moving.
They just got a double kill with a grenade.
Nice. Did you do that when you tossed back?
I didn't toss it back. I just threw mine.
Enemies got the
That middle one is so hard to defend.
Enemies got the hardpoint. Okay.
I mean, without a perfectly placed grenade, you know.
Enemies taking
RPG, no big deal.
Not everybody has an RPG in their current loadout.
Allied counter.
Hello, how
Sure.
far headed it?
I don't want to.
Oh my god. It happened again.
What?
Get ready. We're about
The old spawn around me, I just got 4 kills.
Nice. You're like backed into a corner. They're all sitting there chilling, ready to go press forward.
taking the hardpoint. Okay, hardpoint moving. Allied.
You take another dose of my gamer pill.
Oh boy.
Oh, whoever did that just saved my ass. Well, that's you.
Why you shoot me? I'm on
Sorry.
your phone.
Well, I was hurt, so I couldn't see your name tag. Oh, I couldn't get around the barrel on time. Darn it.
Throwing grenade.
Nice.
Lucky grenade.
Lucky grenade.
Taking the hardpoint.
Oh, double kill.
Nice.
Get to the next one.
I like low hog barring people.
It's completely unexpected. Kind of like the Spanish Inquisition.
Need to reload. Grenade out.
Nice.
Throwing grenade.
We've got the hardpoint.
Plot twist. Let's go.
They're all hunkered in the corner. I'll take it. A win's a win's a win's a win.
Handled ourselves well. More to
Actually, you know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try streaming with it full screen and see how interesting it gets.
I'm excited.
I wonder if I could have the chat up like on a corner of my screen over the game. But we'll find out.
Why do that and we can have it on your phone?
Because I hate to like look down and be like, oh, Halo, whatever. I could just like look at it.
What, don't you need that upper right hand corner of real estate for something?
Not really. I mean, I don't have to put it in the upper right hand corner. I could just put it off to the side. But we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I
Alright.
should be streaming. I can't see the chat though, but I'm getting decent frames per second.
Just wait till shit starts popping off.
The extended mans are 60 round casket mags.
Hard point. Capture and defend the hard point. When it's moved, respond. Hard point identified.
Reloading.
Yeah, this thing takes forever to reload.
Enemy at the
So interesting, even though I'm full screen right now, I'm around 60, 70 frames per second.
Are you doing 1080 still?
Yes.
It's probably a bit of a stretch too.
Well, whenever I minimized my game screen, I did the window, I still had it kind of like ultra wide. So OBS handles it, it looks weird. Well, I don't say it looks weird, it looks like it's formatted to like a phone versus a computer screen.
Right.
Got the hard point.
I don't know how I didn't die.
Enemy care package inbound. Got the hard point. Hard point contested. 10 seconds. Ready to move. Secure. Hard point contested. Go. Get to the next one. Enemy cluster strike.
Watch out behind this guy coming. I shouldn't have ran.
Yeah, that cluster strike started off. Oh, cluster strike. Oh, that was delayed as hell.
enemy at the forklift.
Oh,
Enemies got the hard
I
point.
pointed and clicked on his face
got
and
it.
nothing happened.
Friendly care package inbound. Stand by to move.
Grenade down.
Oh.
Allied counter UAV active. Go.
Containers.
The enemy took the hard point.
I'll try to shoot that sniper shit at me.
Grenade down.
Allied counter UAV activated.
Oh, behind me. Jesus.
Changing mags.
Protect me,
Enemy
brothers.
counter UAV. We've lost radar.
Thank God I had that extra. I had that drum mag. Oh, throw it back. Yeet!
Right. Take cover.
Yeet.
Enemy care package inbound.
Oh,
Enemy took the hard point. Allied counter UAV.
wow, that care package almost landed on me.
10 seconds. Get ready.
Dead.
Behind you, behind you.
I couldn't get around. Damn auto aim was throwing me off. It pulled me the wrong direction. Yeah, I got back to no corner.
Taking the hard point. Enemy cruise missile.
Oh, there's guys there in the container.
Package inbound.
Oh shit! I just blew up a munitions box. Like I shot it and it blew me up and killed me.
Oh, that happens.
I didn't realize that that was like an offensive thing.
Changing back.
Oh. All right, throwing
Hiding.
down one of these things. We should be good.
Oh, it's gone. It proceeds to get blown up immediately.
10 seconds. Get ready to move. Hardpoint contested.
Behind you.
Next hardpoint. Let's go. Allied counter UAV active. Hardpoint contested. Allied counter UAV.
Changing back.
Care package down. We've got the hardpoint.
There's an airstrike over there, so we should be good.
It's good those are the friendly bullets.
What?
Oh, there's a guy. Never mind.
Enemy took the hardpoint. Stand by to move. We've got the hardpoint.
Holy.
Next hardpoint. Enemy care package inbound. Location secure. Allied cruise missile launched.
I got backed in the trailer with that riot shield dude. That was not fun.
Enemy down.
Get down. The enemy took the hardpoint.
I don't know how I survived that long. Holy crap.
Did you know that they had an AC-130?
No.
That's probably getting messed up.
Next hardpoint. Let's go. Hardpoint secure.
I was like, that's weird how these are like the pace of them going on. And I was like, what the heck? I looked up and there's an AC-130 and I was like, well, that explains why we're getting messed up.
Like, I know we're not that bad. Like, jeez.
Enemy Wilson deployed.
Wilson. Oh, they're all laying prone. Triple kill.
Hardpoint secure.
Another double kill? That's nice.
Broke it down.
Victory is near. Hold them back. Hardpoint contested. Location secure.
Oh, I walked right into that grenade.
Hardpoint's moving.
I was trying to save you.
Save me, baby Jesus.
Oprah Winfrey.
Allied counter UAV active. 40 seconds. We are out of time. Allied airstrike incoming. Beware.
Alright, airstrike, so go get it, it's cleared.
Okay.
Allied counter UAV active.
Well, everywhere else is not cleared. How dare you?
Oh, I got another airstrike? Wow.
Stand by. Allied received airstrike. Beware. Hardpoint lost. Next hardpoint.
Nice. Yeah, they're in the prone.
Control.
Oh yeah.
They've reached the halfway point.
What was that?
Please, I hope it shows. I hope it shows. You would love this if it shows.
Regroup.
Enemy at the
Nope.
containers.
No, okay. So see where he's at? Like in that little corner in that container? I bounced it off of the container to go into that last hard point.
Yeah.
I got a double kill.
Nice.
Yeah, see that one where it's right above Allegiance? That top
Yeah.
right corner? I banked it off of there. And I was like, yeet.
Nice.
I'm too cool for school. I should have dropped out.
Yeah. Saved us all, you know, a lot of money. Let's do some Halo.
Okay, I'll... oh. Yeah, here, let me just update my class real quick.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna switch mine over too.
Yep, I can hear you. Now, I know for a fact Halo I could play full screen. Well, like on my shitty gaming PC, laptop, it can handle maxed out Halo. Yes. On our ultra wide monitor still. Okay. For what? Oh, I personally. Yeah. Secret. On OBS. So, well, all you have to do is, so I'm assuming for your game capture, that's your, use that for like your Elgato, right? No, so like in Streamlabs, you have your scenes, right, the far left, then you have your sources. What do you use for your Elgato with your sources? Like, what do you have it fall under? But it falls under your sources though. Well, I mean, I have mine pulled up. I know what it is. That's because, like, I know you have your overlays, but what I do is I have my video capture device as my webcam. That's how it captures me. To capture your... Okay. What you do is you open that for your properties. Well, actually, no, you can't do it as a video capture. So you open up a new source, and it's going to be a game capture. And then what you could do is, to be safe, what I personally do is you could have any full screen application, which I think that's a default. Or if you click the options, you could actually select a window. So you could say, hey, I want it to only show Halo Master Chief Collection or only Call of Duty or whatever you're playing. What was that? Yes. Yeah, I can't edit the settings. Or actually, no. Okay, yeah. So if you open it up, there's mode, and it should be capture specific window, and then the window under it should be whatever game it is. And that's what I personally do, but you could have it any full screen
This is a song
window.
about a very minor character from Rick and Morty. Are you serious? Here we go. On a distant planet populated by another race lives a six-pod cat who might slap you in the face. He's Kazorp Resort Field and he wants his enchiladas. Vitriolic rage, well, you know he's got a lot of insults that he hurls while
Mostly
John raised
shooters,
the
but
paper.
I
And
mean,
just
if
like
it's
Morty Jr.,
free,
no distractions in
I'll
his
probably
nature.
play
Cat half
it.
Kazorpian and he don't like you either. Smack you in the head with the telephone receiver. Spitting racial epithets.
I might not be able to
spilling
use
coffee
my
on the
fancy
table. A dark
controller
and sick
with it on.
reality since Rick hooked up the cable. It's Garfield minus Garfield plus a little score.
Well, maybe, I don't know, it's just acting weird for a second. I don't know what's going on. Would you want to play? You want to do the story mode or you want to play some firefight? Okay, let's see. Who, me? Oh, I don't know if your kid came in. Oh no, I'm good. I'm just trying to think of how I can invite you. Yeah, my account is right. Yes. Yeah, no worries. And this is the game capture option. No, but still, so like when you select game capture and you select next, you should have like a menu thing that pops up, like a little small window. I'll open it right now. Holy shit. So I looked at my notifications. So MVG charity, Miller Times Now. Oh wait, never mind. So hold on. So MVG charity gifted me a tier 1 subscription to MVG charity. Miller Time gifted me a tier 1 subscription to Ice Cold Killer. And then Mayhem Reaper gave me a tier 1 subscription to Von Halsey. Interesting. Yeah, I can see Halo on your stream. Yeah. Well, let me mute the mic and then turn my audio up. Just talk for a little bit. So, you know, because there's a delay, I hear me talking. I can see your mouse moving, but like you know how there's a background music, it kind of breaks up here and there. But I cannot hear your actual audio. Yes, well, yeah, your actual voice. Yeah, I'm at maxed out settings on my end. Hopefully. But I can't still. Oh, go ahead. Aha. I invited you. No worries. Did you stop your stream? Because on my end, it's just the you're at the main Halo screen. I don't hear like any. I'll do a heroic because the regular one is just really too easy. Oh, I guess it's back on because now it's you can actually hear it. Well, on your end. Oh. It's weird. Did you have your do you have your mic on the game? Because it's still I can't hear your audio, like you actually talking. Oh. That fat cat.
Firefight.